6 February 2022. Avyak Babdada from Madhuban. Revised course 6 January 1990. Om Shanti. The definition of a holy swan. Today, the Father, the ocean of knowledge, is seeing a gathering of holy swans. Holy swans are souls with cleanliness and specialities. Cleanliness means purity in thoughts, words, actions, and relationships. In everything. The color white is always shown as a sign of purity. You holy swans are ones with white clothing and clean hearts. That is, you are embodiments of cleanliness. To be constantly without a flaw in body, mind, and heart means to have cleanliness. No matter how clean and pure some may be in their bodies, which are external, if they are not clean and pure in their minds, it is said, first of all, keep the mind clean. The Lord is pleased with those who have clean minds and clean hearts, and as well as that, all the desires of those with clean hearts are fulfilled. The speciality of a swan is that it is clean. This is why you Brahmin souls are called holy swans. Each of you check and see, is there cleanliness in all the 4 aspects of mind, body, heart, and relationships in myself? A soul who is a holy swan. Complete cleanliness and purity are everyone's aim at the confluence age. This is why you Brahmins who are to become deities are remembered as those who are completely pure. It is not simple. It's not simply said viceless, but it is said completely viceless. It is said 16 celestial degrees complete. It is not only said 16 celestial degrees, but complete is said with that. It is your deity form that is praised. But when did you become that? During our Brahmin life or your deity life? The time now, the confluence age, is the time to become that. Therefore, check to what extent, that is, to what percentage you have imbibed cleanliness, that is, purity. Cleanliness of the body means constantly to have the awareness of the body being the temple of the soul and to keep it clean with that awareness. The more elevated an idol is, the more elevated the temple is. So, are you ordinary idols or elevated idols? Brahmin souls are the number 1 elevated souls in the entire cycle. When compared with Brahmins, deities are as valuable as gold, whereas Brahmins are as valuable as diamonds. So, all of you are images of diamonds. So, see how elevated each of you has become. Recognize your self-respect. And keep the temple, your body, constantly clean. Let it be simple, yet clean. Purity of the body in this way will constantly bring the experience of spiritual fragrance. To what extent have you imbibed such cleanliness and purity? There is no cleanliness in body consciousness. However, when you consider it to be the temple of the soul, you then keep it clean. That temple has been given to you by the Father to look after and use. He has made you the trustee of that temple. You have given your mind, body, and wealth everything, have you not? It is not yours any longer, is it? Would you say it is mine or it is yours? By becoming a trustee, you automatically become free from attachments and bring about cleanliness and purity in yourself. Not cleanliness with attachments, but you keep the body clean and pure with the consciousness that Baba has given it to you for doing service. Or do you use the body in an ordinary way? Cleanliness is also a sign of spirituality. In the same way, also maintain the percentage of cleanliness, that is, purity in your mind. If there is any type of impure thoughts in your mind during the day, it cannot be called completely cleanliness. Bab Dada's direction for the mind is focus your mind on me. Use it for doing world service. So constantly have the awareness of the mantra of Man Mana Bhav. This is known as cleanliness and purity of the mind. If the mind wanders to anyone else, that wandering means there isn't then cleanliness. Check in this way and see to what percentage you have imbibed cleanliness. You know the details of this, do you not? The third aspect is cleanliness in the heart. You know that honesty is cleanliness. Put your self-progress, that is, your effort, whatever it is, honestly in front of the Father. So, firstly, there is the cleanliness in your own efforts, and secondly, to what extent you do service with a true heart. Therefore, let there be cleanliness in this aspect. If you do service with any selfish motive, it cannot be called true service. So, to what extent is there honesty and cleanliness in the service you do too? Some of you think we have to do service anyway, when worldly government officers have to do their duties, whether they do those with true hearts, with carelessness, or out of compulsion, they somehow have to pass those 8 hours. In the same way, if you think that this service is a duty you have been given by the Almighty Government for you to do service in that consciousness, is not called serving truly. It is not just a duty for the original sanskars of Brahmin souls. Out of doing service, the original sanskars will not allow you to stay without doing true service. So, check in this way to what percentage you have done service with a true heart. That is, with the original sanskars of Brahmin life, you have had so many melas, you have given so many courses, but what is the percentage of cleanliness and purity in that? It is not just your duty, but it is your original sanskar, your original dharma, and your original karma, action. The fourth aspect is cleanliness in relationships. In a sense, specially check this to what percentage is there cleanliness in the form of contentment. Throughout the day, there are relationships with a variety of souls. You come into connection in 3 types of relationship. First, with the Brahmin family. Secondly, with souls who are students. And thirdly, with your Lokik family. In all 3 types of relationship, what was the percentage of the contentment of yourself and of those souls who came into connection with you throughout the day? The sign of your contentment is that you yourself will be light in the mind and remain happy, and that the others will also remain happy with you. The sign of discontentment is that you will be heavy in your mind. If you are a true effort maker, the thought will repeatedly keep entering your mind, even against your conscious wish. I should not have said this. It would have been better if I hadn't done this. It would have been better to have said this and have done this. Careless effort makers will not even have this thought. This burden will not allow them to remain happy. It will not allow them to remain light. Cleanliness in relationship means contentment. This is honesty and cleanliness in relationships. This is why you people say one who is true dances. This means that someone who is honest constantly dances in happiness. So, did you hear the definition of a holy swan? If there isn't the cleanliness of truth, you have become that. If today, according to the drama, the account with your body were to be completed, what was the percentage would you pass? With what percentage do you think you would pass? Or would you tell the drama to wait a little longer? Are you young ones sitting here with the thought that you will not depart? Die in brackets, are you? What is the meaning of being ever ready? Does it mean to wait in anticipation of the time and think that there are 10 or 11 years still left? Mostly you think that there is time up to the year 2000. The question of the destruction of the world is different from that of keeping yourself ever ready. Therefore, do not confuse the two. Different souls have different paths. Therefore, do not think that you do not have a part in the advance party or that you have a part after destruction. Some souls do have that part, but you have to be ever ready. Otherwise, traces of carelessness will emerge. Be ever ready. Then, even if you live for 20 years more, it doesn't matter. But don't live depending on that. This is what it means to be holy swans. You have to come to the shore of the ocean of knowledge. Have you not? So today you have been told about the cleanliness of holy swans. Baba will tell you about their specialities at another time. Do the teachers know how to check? Teachers have the special fortune of being surrendered. Even if those in a household are surrendered in their minds, the teachers have special fortune. Their work is having remembrance and doing service. Whether you prepare food or wash clothes, that is also Yagya service. That is also serving in a Lokik life. Those in the household have to fulfill responsibilities on both sides. You only have one type of work. You do not have double work. Those who remain constantly engaged to the Father and with service with honesty and cleanliness do not need to make any other effort. You were told that the Bandara, the kitchen, and Bandari, treasure store, of a worthy teacher will constantly remain full. They would not need to worry about how everything will happen the following month or how a mela will take place. Along with doing service, the means of carrying it out will also automatically be available. The spiritual attraction will automatically expand service and the service center. When you think too much about why the number of students doesn't increase, why they do not stay or why they go away, then the students do not stay. If your mind's light, let there not be any type of burden. If there is any type of burden, whether of yourself, of service, or of service companions, it will not allow you to fly. Service will not expand either. Therefore, constantly keep your hearts clean and continue to attain your desires. Attainment will automatically appear in front of you. What did you hear? All spiritual attainments are for Brahmins anyway. What else and where else would they go? It is right of you people. No one can snatch away your rights. Acha, to the holy, to all the holy swans everywhere who please the true Lord, to the elevated souls who have true heart, to the number one children who constantly keep themselves ever ready, to the ones who make themselves worthy of praise, complete and perfect, to the Father's close children, to the experienced souls who have the experience of considering themselves to be as valuable as diamonds, Bab Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Bab Dada meeting a Maharashtra group. Are you always happy? To be happy means to be full and perfect. You yourself and others too love to be happy. Where there isn't happiness, it is said to be a jungle of thorns. So the lives of all of you are happy. And what is your way of interacting? It has become that of the flying stage. like that of angels. So your state is good, and your way of interacting is also good. When people of the world meet one another, they ask one another about their welfare. So, what is your welfare? Your state is that of happiness, and your interaction is like that of angels. Both are good, are they not? In a garden in bloom, there won't be any thorns. Previously, your life was a jungle of thorns, and it has now changed. You have now come into a garden of flowers. In your life, you always have a flower garden of divine virtues. You make a picture of a bouquet of divine virtues. Do you not? What is that bouquet of divine virtues? It is of you, is it not? Or is it of someone else? A bouquet is never made of thorns, it's made of flowers. If there were only leaves in a bouquet, it would be said that the bouquet was not good. So, you yourselves are bouquets of divine virtues, that is, you are in a state of happiness. Whoever comes in contact with you will continue to receive the fragrance of the flowers of divine virtues. Then, when they see everything blooming, they will be happy. They also experience power. Nowadays, even doctors tell people to go for walks in parks. So, this blooming will make others powerful and also make them happy. This is why you say that you're ever happy. You even issue a challenge saying that if anyone wants to become ever happy, then they should come to you. You will remind everyone of the Father. Therefore, to be ever healthy, ever wealthy, and ever happy is your birthright. So you have received this right, have you not? You tell everyone it is the birthright. It is their birthright. Even if your body is ill, your mind is healthy, is it not? If your mind is happy, the world is happy. Whereas if your mind is ill, your face turns pale. If your mind is in a good state, you won't feel any illness of your body. It is like that, is it not? Because you have very good nourishment of happiness. When you have good medicine, the illness goes away. The nourishment of happiness that you have chases your illness away. It makes you forget. So when your mind is happy, the world is happy and your life is happy. Therefore, you are ever healthy, wealthy, and happy. When you yourself are this, you can then challenge others. Otherwise, you can't issue this challenge. Seeing yourself, you feel compassion for others because they are your family no matter what. No matter what souls are like, they are all of the same family. Whoever you see, you would feel that one is your brother and that he belongs to your family. In a family, some are close relations and others are distant, but they would still be said to be family. Just as the Father is merciful and you ask Him to have mercy for you, so you too will have mercy and compassion. So you will have mercy and be compassionate. Will you not? You have become instruments like the Father. Brahmin souls can never dislike other souls. You would feel mercy for them, but you cannot dislike them because you know that even if someone is like Kans, Jarsindha, or Ravan, they are still children of the merciful Father, and so you would not dislike them. You would have feelings of benevolence and for their transformation. After all, they are your family and under an external influence. You would never dislike someone who is under an external influence. All are influenced by Maya, so you would feel compassion for those who are influenced by others. Where there isn't dislike, there won't be any anger. When there is dislike, there is a force of anger. Whereas when there is compassion, you would give the donation of peace. You are the children of the bestower, are you not? So you would give peace. Acha, blessing. May you become free from all bondages and experience liberation and liberation life with the treasure of knowledge. The treasure of the jewels of knowledge is the most elevated treasure. Only at this time can you experience liberation and liberation in life with this treasure. A knowledgeable soul is one who finishes all reason for sorrow and peacelessness and cuts all the strings of the many bondages and thereby experiences liberation and liberation in life. To be constantly free from wasteful thoughts, and sinful action is the stage of experiencing liberation and liberation in life. Slogan: a world transformer is one who transforms the atmosphere with a powerful mind. Om Shanti.